Seven NCAA tournament opponents your team should hope to avoid in 2019. Selection Sunday is a day full of hope. A day when every NCAA tournament field is full of landmines. The idea is to nightmares, roughly, come in three forms. 1. Teams that lose. 2. Teams that are trend. 3. Teams that, there are several schools that fit those criteria. And even more well, stick to the certainties. Here are 17. Duke 2-3. The best team in the country when healthy. But 3 weeks, and if not, well, Texas Tech 3-8. Thea Stoppers play the nation's stingiest defense. They sit atop. Tech has a lottery pick in Jared Culver. AA. Florida State 4-15. The Noles, 13-1 in their last 14, have played their way up from a 9 seed into 3 seed territory. And if that's where Virginia Tech 5-11. Half the ACC belongs on this list. Seriously, Wofford 7-20. Time to get familiar with the 29-4 Terriers, who haven't lost in 2019, and have the nation's third most efficient offense. Senior marksman, chasing Wofford's 3 guards around the perimeter will be a hellish experience for even the most qualified of power conference foes. And senior forward, Louisville 7-16. The Cardinals have played 9 games against potential number 1 seeds. They've only won 2. Syracuse 10-34. Jim Boeheim has whispers you not been a very good regular season coach lately. He hasn't earned Cuse hasn't lost a first-round NCAA tournament game since 2006. It foiled Michigan. Is a features writer for. Have a tip? More from Yahoo Sports. Related slideshow 2018-19 NCAA basketball provided by M&A.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.